Okay, so what's up? What's happening, y'all? So y'all know I'm back at it again with an iPhone review for y'all. Whoever may see this video, I'm too hyped. And if you have been here the entire time through every video I posted, how sporadic it has been, but the videos I posted in the past, you know, the first video on this channel was the iPhone 11, just 11. It was just the iPhone 11 in red. Then I got the 12. I didn't do a video on it. Then the last video I did was on the phone you guys are on, which is the 13 Pro Max. And now we're here today with this 15 Pro Max. So I got the iPhone 15 Pro Max in the color Natural Titanium. So it's like that gray color. And the first thing I can tell y'all right off the bat, which I don't know if they did this for the iPhone 14, because you know I didn't get it. But the box is white. And you know they kept the regular, like the mainline white. But the Pro models was in the black box. So now we got this gorgeous white box. So we about to bust it open and get into it. Okay, y'all? So you know we're going to rip this off right here. Okay. Fire it to the side. Rip the other one off right here. Fire it to the side. Y'all remember how you said the plastic, so you used to have to, man. But we love saving the planet. Let me see, hold on y'all. Ooh. Ain't that up? Ooh, that's precious. Ooh, precious. Y'all want to see up close out the box? Of course, got the white paper on it. Yeah. Okay, y'all. So, y'all, when I say it feels good, it does actually feel good. And I see what they was talking about. The edges being a little rounded, how good it feels. It feels good. I love this edge around the border. I love the color. Yeah, this is it. And y'all know we love USB-C, okay? Finally, they're putting the connections universal. So we got USB-C to USB-C in the box. You know we only get a cable. And the cable is the normal rubber they send. It's like was that the fine woven material they were talking about? I mean, that's what kind of cable this is. And then of course, the stickers and all that information with the Apple logo. And then now also no physical SIM card. Which is my first phone like that because I didn't get the 14. But let's show right here. Yeah. Ooh. All right, y'all. And y'all already know about this camera, 48 megapixel camera. Oh, the picture's about to be amazing. Y'all gonna see that on the Instagram if you follow, and if you don't, go ahead and follow it at JJBSavvy2_. Okay? But let's go ahead and turn this puppy on. Okay. So I'm gonna get back with y'all once my phone is on and set up. And I'm gonna let y'all know what's going on. All right, I'll be back. Okay, y'all, so what's up? So I'm done with the whole phone setup. Yes, it very much so is the next day. Because after like setting the phone up and like all that went into it, like I was on like go mode to get to the school, to like the play. So I waited till today to try and like finish this video. And in that time, I was able to get a little bit more information on the phone so I can give y'all more information on this 15 Pro Max. So, first things first, I'm going to tell y'all how the setup experience went. It was actually really easy. It was really easy, but The only part that I got to like a struggle with was the what was it? The eSIM, because I never did that before. So I had to end up calling the phone service company, not Apple, but like my phone service, and I work with them for them to like put, what was it? Like they had to like create an eSIM and like do all that from their end. Then I hit it on this end. So when you're like setting your phone up, if you already have one with the eSIM, you know how it went. But if you don't, then when you're setting your phone up, it says you want to just transfer your number. So instead of having to take your SIM card out and put it into the new phone, you simply just be like transfer from an old phone, and it's supposed to transfer. Mine kept failing. So I basically was like, okay, so what's going on? And I ended up calling, and it was not a long process. It was a simple call, and then they got me to the right department on the first try, and I just did it. So it really was not a bad setup experience. But you know, it was a little more extra to me than it had to be when you have like a simple SIM card. You could just like pull out one phone, toss into another one. But maybe the eSIM is better because you don't have to keep it with that little tiny card. Who knows? But now we can get into like the phone itself, like more stuff about it. So of course y'all saw it. It's the natural titanium color, which I really like it. My phone case is coming in tomorrow for it. It's a simple clear case with like the magnet on it. So nothing too like really fancy with the case. So to give you more like on the phone, it has a 6.7 inch display, which you know it's been 6.7 inches since I think the XS Max. But like the way you use the space has changed over time, because if you know, the notch size was the same on the XS Max 11, all the 11s, and then the 12 as well. And then when it got to the 13 Pro Maxes, it was that like mini notch that got like reduced. And then 14, 15, now we have the dynamic island instead of having a notch, which honestly, y'all, I have been enjoying this dynamic island, because when you're on a phone call, it like goes up into the little island, and like I think it's so pretty. Like they have like a little volume sound wave, whatever those things are called, and you see like orange on one side, green on the other. So when you're talking, you see one side moving, and when the other person's talking, you see it moving from like the other side. I like it personally. I think it's like a nice little touch that they added in right there. And it's like a nice graphic. So the chip inside of it right now is the A17 Pro chip. That's what's powering this baby with a 6-core GPU. And of course, the phone is made out of aerospace grade titanium. So it's strong. And I saw somewhere where they were saying like it has the best strength to weight ratio, making this phone like it's their lightest Pro ever, which I've held out for 14 Pro Max, and like it's lighter, like it's not heavy, and it's like those edges, it's actually like quite comfortable. Do I notice a major difference from my 13? I do. It's like you can feel the difference, like the way it pushes into your hand. You can feel the difference in the two phones. You most definitely can. And with like the titanium, it looks almost, I don't know how to say it, like aluminum like maybe. So next thing we're gonna talk about is the camera. So we know that the camera has a main camera of 48 megapixels. So that's like, I think the 14 had the same. So those are that's like the new age cameras. And of course, now they have where you can take a portrait photo without having to go into portrait mode. So basically, when you're on like the camera, I don't think I can like see, but when you're on the camera app, you can see it's like a little F that will pop up. And of course, when you first get your phone, you open the camera app, it tells you, but some people skip that. So I'm here to tell y'all, when you get on the camera app and you're gonna like change, and when you get on there, it's a little F that'll pop up. If a human, like a human or a pet, like an animal, a dog, or even a cat, I think like, just any pet is in the frame, it's gonna pop up with a little F that you can press. And that makes the photo portrait. And also, portrait mode is live now. So you can do a live portrait mode photo. You can also do continuous zoom in portrait mode. So of course that means that when you are in portrait mode, you can now zoom in or out, I'm assuming. It says that you can do like a live portrait mode zoom now, which I don't know what that is, but it said continuous zoom. So you can get in a lot closer. And I'm looking at it right now, and it does have, like, I think they normally had like 2 different modes. Now they have 1x, 2x, and 5x for portrait mode. So you can get in so close and get a blurred background effect photo. And also with the 48 megapixel quad pixel sensor, right? You can get 24 megapixel photos because it combines the best pixels from a super high resolution image with one that's optimized for light capture, and it gives you a 24 megapixel photo. Hello, technology. And yes, this is what I loved. So if you're in portrait mode and you take a picture of 2 people, which is the example they showed, you could change the focus of the image. So I know y'all have had those moments where you were sitting there looking and you were trying to like take your picture, and you realize after you take the picture that your camera decided to like focus on the entirely wrong thing. Now you can go in after you take the picture and change the focus of the picture. Come on now. Eat. And of course, they have the satellite in this phone as well. So it has the roadside assistance and emergency SOS via satellite. And it also has crash detection, which is if your phone detects a bad accident, it will automatically start trying to call emergency services to your location. Why I forget about this so far? So we have the action button right here on the side that you can make it do anything you want. I still have it on silent mode. When you press it and hold it, it'll go to silent mode. And when you press it and hold it again, it opens back up. I don't know if y'all can see it's doing it, but you can do that. It's just a press and hold, but you can change it to a variety of different things. So you have silent mode. Oh, yep. There's animation. You have silent mode. Do not disturb. Camera. Flashlight. You can use it for voice memos. You can use it for the magnifier. Or you can use it for shortcuts or accessibility. And the last one is just no action. So basically it's just a button on the side of your phone that has like no purpose. And you can choose what feature you want for accessibility. You can choose a shortcut for accessibility. So it's getting there, because Apple was one of those like devices that it was always more like set in their way, like you can only do this. But now they're kind of like starting to branch out, which Android like had for a while. Even like my home screen with the widgets and all that, like I've had Androids in the past and they had widgets already. Like widgets was something that like they had. So I'm really loving the way Apple took with these most recent changes, because everything's getting like so much prettier to me. Like it's actually changing quite a lot, and you're able to customize your iPhone more with almost like every update. So yeah, I love that. And also, something else, another customizable thing, when you're calling someone, they have where you can set up like your name and like the picture when you're calling someone. So that way, like, that's what they see. And the way the new calls look are so pretty, which I can show you that right now. Maybe I could find like a video or something like that, like implanted right here, of what these the calls look like. So that way y'all are able to actually see what I'm talking about. Is so pretty. Okay, so I forgot about this with the photos. So they said that you were able to choose between like 3 different millimeters, which was the 24, the 28, or the 35 millimeter without using an actual like with the additional lenses. Like, come on now. So I mean, you can take a pretty picture using 3 different frames, which, I mean, obviously these phones are becoming like cameras. You're able to do so much with them. And of course, if I knew a lot more about them and a lot more about how cameras work, I'll be able to really make this camera do way more. But with what I know, I think I work it half decently. Also, the battery life on these phones. So this is like a real world thing. I've used my phone quite a bit today. But I was at work, so I went to work around 6. So I unplugged my phone off the charger around like 5, something around 6. And now it's almost 12 hours later and my phone's on 24%. So that's, if you have 12-hour days, that means it's perfect. I mean, 24%, it still has like maybe another hour, depending on how much I use it, another hour or 2 probably before it's like a lot closer and I need to put on the charger. But that's pretty decently. We'll see how the battery keeps going as like time goes along and how like my use changes, because I feel like I used my phone more today than I normally would. I also forgot to mention standby mode, which is when you use your phone on a wireless charger and you turn it completely sideways and you stand it up and it activates standby mode, which it can make your phone a clock. It can show you like little pictures. And it also can have like this other customizable screen where you can go through a few different widgets like the date, time, weather, things like that, calendar, whatever. And it basically turns your phone into like an interactive kind of like a clock at night. So if you use a stand for a wireless charging, you can like stand it up like this and it will become like a, well, how I heard it say in another YouTube video, a very expensive clock. When it's time for you to go to sleep. And like I used it last night and it like does like this hue of red, and it's like a darkened red and black digital looking hue, so it looks like a clock for real. And always on display. I loved the always on. Like I actually kind of rock with this always on display, but it's kind of like a struggle because I feel like it does kind of drain your battery, because that's probably why my battery is like a little lower, because the always on display has been on for a majority of the day, because I'm one of those people that like keeps phone in hand. And basically the always on display is like what you see here is basically it just like dims. Ooh. It just basically like dims the screen down, and like you can see a little lock form back up, and it dims the screen. And you have any recent notifications that you have not opened up yet, it will show them on the always on display. But like basically, when you turn your phone off, your screen goes from like brighter to just like a lot dimmer, which I kind of like the way that Samsung went with the always on display back whenever I had that. It wouldn't be just a dimmer version of your home screen. It would be like they would completely shut your screen off to black, and you would just see like a clock, or you would see like a clock and like your notifications in like a smaller fashion. But this one, I like it. It has an appeal to it. I'm still gonna see how I feel about it later on. I might turn it off later. Yeah. Alright, so that will be all for this video today, guys. So, please give it a nice thumbs up. Okay, don't forget to subscribe and turn on post notifications so you never miss when I post a video, because there's no schedule right now. And also, leave a comment if you want to. Hopefully a nice one. This video was a lot more informative than I would normally do. Normally I would do like more movement in a video, but this one was more informative, and it was an unboxing and of course a review on this phone right now. And of course this is like a 24-hour type of review. Like I've been using it for a day now. So far so good. There's a lot of things that I do like and a lot of things that I have not gotten a chance to test out yet. But so far, so amazing. All right, so I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.